knew my wife was supposed to be my wife 10 years before I asked her out. I think it was more than 10. She did the maths with me one day.
Imagine knowing who your wife would be 10 years before marriage and watching another man pursue her while you simply prayed. This is the incredible story of Judikay and her husband. Every young person must learn from this.
When I knew that I wasn't ready for a relationship. I did not go and ask her out or give her promissory ring. I don't need that. I told God, I said, I'm on my own. I'm not looking for a woman. You are the one that told me that she's my wife. Keep her. I had a friend then, a very close friend, who was beginning to like her. Every time you ask me, say, I can't find her. This guy, he used to call her Ify. So I had two Ifys. So because my wife used to do a lot of riffs and run, you say, Ify, woo! So I asked him, I said, which Ify? He said, Ify, woo! So I told him, I said, pursue, overtake. That's my advice to him. I never for once told him anything in the contrary. I told him, I said, chase, pursue. But when I tell him and he said, that's my advice to him. I never for once told him anything in the contrary. I told him, I said, chase, pursue. But when I tell him and he said, it's okay. In my mind, I say, me, I know it will not work. Because my stamp is there. Me, why they pray for on a straight line, I'm praying. I'm not joking, no. I take hours and I'm praying for my wife. Now, whilst I'm praying, I'm not mentioning names. That's how I was. But in my mind, I knew who the wife was. Then you are not telling me that you just woke up one morning, you begin to like her. I said, go ahead. But after you're done, I'll be like, could it work? And it didn't work. So imagine if, and that's the mistake many of us make. Imagine if when God showed me that vision, I now initiated a relationship with her. Would have done maybe 12 years dating, but we will tell ourselves the truth. Inside that 12 years, there would have been a lot of scars. Unnecessary. That's how people begin to commit abortion. Let's be honest. You date for 12 years, there's every chance that will happen. When you're still young, passion, everything is hot. You know now. See, when you have the urge to sin and you have a provision for sin, you always fall. So what is God ordained can become a tool in the hands of the enemy if you initiate it before the time. Passion can kill. Be wise.
While others were trying to pursue her, he remained focused on prayer, purpose, and God's timing. His story reminds us that some blessings are worth waiting for.
For more gospel content and updates, kindly like, share, and subscribe to this channel.